Hello, everybody, and welcome to Couch Potato Queens, where we discuss tonight's amazing eviction. I personally was really happy about it. And welcome to. Give me 1 second. Frank, do you have it? Okay, perfect. Okay. Guys, I am joined by a friend of mine who I have known for years. This is my friend Frank Williams. Frank, I'm so excited for you to join us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
so Frank, what are your thoughts going in? Oh, let's talk tonight.
Okay.
This season. What are your thoughts of this season overall?
Okay, so this season is obviously legendary to me personally because of I've been watching Big Brother literally since the first season. I even have the first, season 3 through 6 I have on VHS because I used to record them on my VCR way back in the day.
We all did. Okay. We recorded Danielle Reyes at our VCR.
Yes, the legend herself.
Legend.
So I've always been watching. Season 21 and 22 kind of made me upset, which I was just like, I don't even know if I can do this season. But then when I saw the cast, I was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna do this. And then with the Cookout Alliance, Tiffany, I was just like, I'm here. I got the live feeds. I was watching the damn feeds every damn day. Everywhere I was going.
To Michigan, so we can hunt her down. She lives in Birmingham.
Oh, really?
She lives in Birmingham.
Okay, I knew she was from Detroit, but I know Birmingham. Okay.
Yeah, she taped all her stuff in Clawson, literally.
Wow.
I love it. But,
wow.
but we're all here for Tiffany this season. Let me see it. But yeah, firstly, I do want to say hi to everybody. We have Madam Caliente, Travel the World. We got Ben, Dawn. You guys are all here. I'm going Jess, one of our moderators. Jamie saying Frank is a cutie. Frank, you're already getting compliments. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Kylan is definitely trying to speak to Grodner right now.
Right.
Let's get into that moment. Let's get into that because that was a moment.
That was a moment. That's a moment that's not going to happen.
I can tell you, I was scared to death that Kylan and Big D were going to get to the end of this game. And then I couldn't deal. I would have had to retire from... I couldn't do it.
That would have been absolutely horrible. It would have made good for jury, just to see what the jury says and the drama, but it just wouldn't have been as satisfying at all.
So what are your thoughts on this eviction? On what happened? What transpired?
I'm happy, but that ending, I was like, are they about to go to blows? Xavier was like, don't mention my nephew, and Kylan just kept going. And that just speaks to the type of person Kylan is. Leave his family out of it. You just got duped and just take the L. It's that simple. Right. He
definitely wants to speak to a manager. He wants to Karen his way to
right. Yeah, you saw his tweets, right? Yeah, he's definitely gonna talk to producers.
Are we going Shima on this?
Right.
Production 90 to have a little chat.
Right. Yo, and then he's like, he wants to come back, and I'm just like, I don't think that we can deal with another Kylan season. We can barely deal with the Kylan HOH. No.
Okay. A Kylan HOH is the boardroom. It's working at Quick and a loan company. Right. It's working at a loan company. I don't want to get sued. It's allegedly people. It's working for a local mortgage company in Detroit, Michigan area. Okay?
Yeah, right.
I don't even think that's the name anymore. Basically, you have the boardroom. He wins. Everyone has to be taken into the boardroom. You have your meetings. You have your conversations and unnecessary questions when you already know what you're doing.
It was ridiculous.
I cannot deal with him.
It was ridiculous. He even did it he was like, okay, I'm gonna do meetings. What got me so annoyed is okay, you're doing meetings after veto, before the vote. It's chill. Chill. We're tired of your meetings. What's gonna change that much? That drastic? Come on.
These people are off the hook tonight, our audience, with these lines. I think it's so true. I think production hated him. But here's the thing. I was here for the cookout. So I'm cool with it happening because this season needed to happen the way it did. It needed to. After the last couple seasons, and I've talked about this. After what was her name? Dominique in 19, after Kemi in 21, after Bailey and Davon last season, with Christmas being microaggressive last season. Like, is this needed to happen? And I'm so happy that the cookout came together and did what they needed to do. And I'm so here for it.
Same here.
Ugh.
But it's just like, it also shows like just like people too. It's like I was rooting for the cookout. I was rooting for everybody black. Just because it's like I don't look at reality TV and be like, oh, because you're black, I'm gonna root for you, even though I subconsciously do. Right. But it's like with all people, like there's people we're gonna like and can't stand. Yeah. And with the cookout, there were people that we couldn't stand, but we knew that there was a bigger mission. And so I respect that. But they are members of the cookout that I just can't stand.
I know, Big D and Kylan. The rest I'm fine with. Like, Ozzy, I'm here for.
Yeah, Ozzy, I like Ozzy, but I don't think she was just a little, for me, she was just a little too naive, and she was acting more like she was at summer camp versus like trying to play. So
I agree.
And then Big D is just delusional. So that's just
Big
another
D.
story. Yeah,
Big D shouldn't have been cast. Big D should not have been. He did not know how to vote to evict until this week. This is the first week.
He did say it right tonight, right?
He said it right tonight for the first time all season. He said it correctly.
Yeah, he did say it right. Yeah, finally.
Yeah, he did. Big D shouldn't have been cast, in my opinion. But like Tiffany, Hannah, Xavier, I'm cool with. Like Xavier, I respect his game so much. He's done it with class. He's played a really good game. He's had his mind on the game since day one. Yeah. I respect that man's game so much. Not just because I know his ex-girlfriend, and I'm hopefully.
Oh really? Oh, because he's from Michigan too.
Yes, he's from Michigan. I got all the tea, which I'll talk about off air. But I would love to meet him too. So yes, I do respect his game. Go Xavier. But Big D and Kylan was just so egotistical all season.
Very.
The way he talked about women, like talked down to women, saying like, "I want to go with the better players," meaning the men. Like
that misogynistic like approach really threw me off too. And it was just like Tiffany won like back-to-back HOH. She beat you. Yeah. You guys were supposed to throw it to Ozzy. Tiffany beat you. So what do you mean bringing a competitor and then taking her out? Like it just doesn't add up at all. So that he's gonna have a rude awakening when he comes to Twitter and social media world, because like we're all disgusted. Like she was a competitor. She came up with y'all master plan. I bet you wish you kept her now. You know.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of people are going to have some rude awakenings once they get home. Before I talk about that, if you are watching the video right now, everyone make sure to like the video. Keep those likes going. It keeps our viewers coming. So make sure to like the video. Send that love to us. And make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribing.
And then follow me. I need my
and follow Frank's channel, which we'll talk about at the end too. But yeah, tell them what's the name of your channel, Frank, so you can tell me.
Just I'm Frank Williams. You can find it on YouTube too. So just type in youtube.com, I'm Frank Williams. Instagram, I'm Frank Williams. The only thing that's different is Twitter, because I was banned.
All right. There we go.
I have a whole new Twitter, so that's I'm Frank W. Because I let the trolls and bots get the best of me.
Come on, Twitter trolls. We've all been there. I get there with Big Brother, okay? I do it. I will troll so people. Frank, you were getting comments. You got some people thinking you're hot.
Oh, wow.
Okay, you're getting some love today, all right? If you guys think Frank is hot.
Thank you.
He's a really good podcaster as well. Go to his channel, everybody, okay?
Yeah. I'm about to actually film one in a minute, so
there you go. Me and Frank will collab, guys. You'll get more of him. He'll come back.
Yeah, that'll be dope. Because I'm watching Survivor too. And I
guess we hit this one, Frank. Are you rooting for Liana?
On Survivor?
Yes.
Wait, let me Survivor, Liliana. Because I didn't really I'm not rooting for her. I think she's great. I think she's gonna go far, but I'm rooting for JD 100%.
What?
Yes.
Frank, okay, can I just say, and I said this on my channel yesterday, JD is like, has the fuckboy piercing, and he looks like 20 guys that I have slept with.
Yeah, and you know what? And I asked on Twitter, I said, how old is this boy? So I was like, I looked to see how old he is. And I'm like, he's legal, he's 20. So that's good. But I'm not rooting him because of he's such a cutie. It's just the way he finessed that it was great.
All right. You know what? I'm here for that. We'll have to bring you on for a Survivor episode too. It will happen. We'll be good. We got Sam and Alex for that too. So
definitely. I'll be here.
So okay, this is a good one. So Tiffany explained the cookout well. What do you think of the jury segment tonight? Tiffany went in and explained how cookout went to everybody. How did you think about that? How the jury took it as well?
As much as I wanted Tiffany to win and be in the top 2, I think Tiffany was the perfect person to, unfortunately, be in the jury to explain it, because she explained it just epically. Like she did come up with the master plan, but she didn't take the full credit. Like, think about if Big D was to go to the jury and tell them he created the cookout, he created the name, he came up with the master plan, that I know we all would have been like, just done. So I think she explained it really well, and they took it well. And I think they respect her so much that she was the perfect person to explain it. And she did it like in Tiffany fashion. Like she was elegant and classy, and it was just like, it was great because she explained it perfectly. And she mentioned about the fact that, she likes everybody on a personal level. So, it was good. It was good.
Because Tiffany is freaking awesome. She's the second coming of Danielle Reyes. I have not seen a player since season 3 that has played like Danielle. Tiffany has played the closest to Danielle that I have ever seen on this show. Yes. And I just don't think this is her season yet. I think she's going to come back.
I think she's coming back. If anybody's coming back, it's going to be her.
It's going to be Tiffany. And I think Tiffany will come back in Derek X.
I agree.
And if I made it on the show, I would go up to Tiffany day one, and I'd be like, I don't even want to win this. I want you to win. I will do whatever it takes to get you to the end of this game.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. But no, it was like how they did her was just, it broke my heart. Like I never really got into the feeds until this year. And I was just like, I couldn't stop watching. If she wasn't on the feeds, I was like, okay, whatever. But if she was on the feeds, I was glued for hours. Like, what is my life right now? Like, what am I doing?
This is your first season on the feeds. Okay, so that first week with Frenchie, did you watch that on the live feeds?
Yes, I canceled all plans. I was like, I cannot believe I'm not going out. I'm not hanging out with anybody. It's like my Friday, Saturday night is just, I'm watching these on live feed. Like, what is my life right now?
Well, I wish I would have known this. I would have had you on a lot this summer, but you know what? Celeb BB's on in the winter. Okay, so work. But I will tell you that first week, since guys, it's towards the end, so we can talk about some things throughout the season. But that first week with Frenchie winning head of household and night 1 being all like, I'm not gonna put up any women, I'm not gonna put up any people of color, and then he puts up a woman and a man of color. Like, actually, both people were people.
No, like you did the complete opposite.
Like that. Okay, he was a hot mess, but he gave us the best week of live feeds I think I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Ever.
That's what got me hooked. I was like, yeah, I'm hooked. Yeah, that first week was like some of the best shit I've ever seen. Like it was amazing.
It was good this season. I thought this season was good. Like, we lost all the white men before jury. Hallelujah. I was here for it.
I love white people, but I mean, I was here for it.
The Codys and the douchebags that get to the end of every season got to go before jury. So I was here for it.
Yes.
It was great. I think all the people in jury I basically liked. I was a little annoyed with Brittany, but she grew on me. So she's an interesting character. She got on my last nerve in the house, but in jury, you could tell she's a fun person to be around, one-on-one or just in a group setting. She's fun. Yeah.
So I was like, yeah.
This line is funny. Kylan had to go back for the water in the house.
Right. I was like, just go. Leave.
Get out. What's this? What was he was calling out Xavier's nephew. Why?
Who does that? Who does that? Just go. But I mean, I could understand that he was pissed because he didn't he didn't get like a heads up, but like Xavier said, you would have talked your way out of it possibly. Like, no. So, I mean, it's Big Brother, like, so it is what it is.
I was so happy to hear that he was being taken out before Ozzy, though, because, I mean, it's kind of obvious who our final two is going to be. It's obvious it's going to be...
What do you think is going to be the final two?
Ozzy's going to get third. It will be Big D and Xavier in the final two, and Xavier is going to win. Like, it's written on the wall. Unless, for some reason, Ozzy wins, which I think she'd take Big D. And then I think Ozzy would win over Big D.
Oh, she definitely would. She definitely would. But do you think she would take Big after because Xavier? Okay, a lot of people, and myself included, Xavier during the Tiffany and Hannah week, I was just like, oh, I just can't stand him. Primarily because I was rooting for Hannah and Tiffany, and he pissed me off. But I can't deny that he did play a very, very solid game.
Yeah.
And unfortunately we didn't have, fights or blow-ups like previous seasons, but he was smart enough to, every time he saw something was coming that could blow things up, he put a stop to it. He really did control the cookout in terms of their emotions and how they react.
Big D, you're saying?
No, hell no. I'm talking about Xavier.
Oh, Xavier. I was like,
hell no.
I was like, no, what did Big D do? He sat on the couch, and as a big plus-size man, he took it off the couch for 3 months. He sat on that poor couch, okay? That couch deserves America's Player. That deserves 50,000, okay?
And I was actually, like, the first few weeks, I was defending Big D because it was like, me being a gay Black man and seeing what people were saying, I was like, people were calling him lazy and stuff like this, but I was like, this man is cooking for the house. This man is also cleaning the kitchen. His gameplay sucks, but he's actually contributing. But then as time progressed, I just couldn't do it anymore.
He just couldn't get off the couch. He
couldn't do it.
Sat on the couch. He did his big blue couch every night, and then pretended he knew what was going on in the game. And this segment tonight, let me just have a conversation with him talking to Ozzy, pretending like he's playing a better game than Ozzy and carried Ozzy on his back. No, honey, it was the opposite.
Right. And he didn't even win. You didn't win a single competition. And you can't blame it on, I mean, granted, yes, his weight did contribute to a lot of his losses in a lot of competitions, but a lot of competitions were also mental based. And you lost.
No, there are competitions that a plus size man or woman could win. Jessica season 21, a beautiful plus size Milagros queen won competition. She won HOH and veto in the same week. Definitely. So yes, a plus size person can win competitions. Derek is just not good at it.
He's just not good. He sucks. And I hate to say this because it's like I don't want to be so mean to another.
I'm a plus size man and I am not offended right now.
He drives me crazy.
He does. He does. At least own the fact you suck at comms. He's so delusional. He's do you watch Real Housewives at all?
Of Atlanta?
All of them?
Oh, I just watch Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta's good, but you need to watch Potomac if you're going to watch
I know, I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into it.
I will send you the links. You can have my Hulu to go watch all of them.
I'm going to get
amazing.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's just delusional. His game is delusional. He doesn't have a clue with anything that's happened in this game. He just knows what people have. He doesn't realize people have dragged him the entire game to take to the end as a final two go.
I think because he's so close to the end, he's making up these things in his head, and he's starting to believe it.
Yeah.
And it's just it's delusional. This person said, big D, big delusional, because that's exactly what the hell he is.
Exactly. Yeah. DF said Ozzy wouldn't be there if it weren't for him lying and manipulating everyone. LML, I must be watching the wrong show.
Right. We all are watching a completely different show than what DF is playing.
I just think he's in for a rude awakening once he gets his ass home and realizes that America didn't like him. The only reason he won those coins is because his name is Derek.
Right. And I believe that too. Because there's no way. He didn't even get any, the footage we saw in the episodes and his segments. they weren't even like exciting enough to be like, oh my God, he's a favorite player. It's just like, no, you could tell people got DF and DX mixed up, and that's how that happened.
Do you know who my favorite players were this season?
Who?
Tiffany, Hannah, and Claire. Those are my favorites.
Yes, yeah. Those are my top. Yeah.
Xavier, I'll throw in there too.
Yeah, yeah. Those are my favorites.
And Derek X.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I mean, everybody else was cool, but like, other than that, yeah. And I have like a weird soft spot for Whitney because she follows me on Twitter. So I was just like,
I do too.
Yeah, she's a bad bitch. So I was just like,
and I think Whitney was treated a little unfairly for some. I think she said some lines that in the what she said in the live feeds, but I think she truly owned what she said. She said a comment against the Asian community.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know what I mean? It's not the best. She did not whatever, but like she said something, she owned it. And I think she was genuine with how she owned it and how she's handled it. I don't have a problem with her. I don't.
Yeah. I wasn't like rude for anything. I mean, I wanted her to go just like, everybody else. But
I like her.
Yeah, as I like her as a person, And then that comment, everybody like went crazy. And I was just like, well, I mean, if you gain a rapport with people and you're in a house, some comments you say you don't mean to be offensive. It's just that you got a good rapport.
Yeah, and I will address because it's our audience talking about it. She never actually said this line. This was never said on the live feeds, guys. The only reason that this was said was because Claire may have misunderstood something that she said, and Claire said something like she doesn't believe that it happened. We never saw Whitney say that, so I don't think we should be holding Whitney accountable for something that we don't know. We did not hear her physically say that.
And she actually debunked that, like like you said, like she said on Twitter, she was like she never said that, and she's not a Republican.
I knew she was a Democrat. She said it the first time in the feed. She's like,
I'm
a Democrat. Like, I'm not.
But
you're a Republican, there'll be Brent.
Right, yeah. Then we have a little problem. But that's cancel culture for you, so you can't be too surprised. Then Brent, on the other hand.
Brent, on the other hand.
Yeah, you can tell he's better just from his like Instagram and his Twitter, like. But yeah. But all in all, I'm a lot of people were saying like, oh, this season is boring, and this season for me, there were moments that were boring, but I don't know, and I hate to like
Frank, really quick. What is your Twitter, really quick? They want to know if anyone wants to go follow Frank, go follow him. What's your
my Twitter is I'm Frank W. If you type in I'll edit my name.
I have it. Here's all of Frank's info, guys.
All right.
Here it is. There's his Instagram and Twitter. I'll keep it up if you guys want to go follow him.
My Twitter's not popping because it was suspended. My original was suspended. So if you guys help me out with some follows, that would be great. I appreciate it.
Amazing. There you go. But no, I'm sorry to interrupt. Yeah, go back to what you were saying about the season. You were saying earlier.
No, I mean people are like saying, "Oh my God, the season's boring," because we're used to fights and we're used to like all this stuff. But for me, it was just fascinating to watch. Like, I hate to say this, but I don't. It was nice to see my people actually finally in control of the game. And like a large bulk. And it wasn't like, okay, one black person, two black. It was like a whole alliance. And so for me, that alone was fascinating to watch. And that's why I was glued to the feeds, because I'm like, look at us working and we have an opportunity. Like, this has never happened in this game. So I was like, nothing is boring about this at all. But, and it also shows you like black people ain't as problematic as people think, because there was not one fight. There was bickering, but there was not one fight.
Do you want to know why I love how they're casting this show, Survivor, like all the CBS shows now are doing this? Because they're not casting the black guy, the black girl, the sassy black girl. They're not casting like that anymore. Mm-hmm. They're finding that people of all races, all ethnicities, all cultures have different personality traits everywhere. You can find the ditzy girl, and she could be Asian. You could find the surfer bro, and he could be black. You can find this person. You don't need to base the personality traits on race anymore. And it should have never been like that. And the fact that they can do that now and make a cast of all different cultures and all different like backgrounds, no, regardless of their race or whatever. It just shows how casting has evolved and taken a turn.
Beautifully said. Yeah, I agree 100%, and I love it. I love it. And that even though like it's funny because like on Facebook and Instagram or Facebook and Twitter, it's like all the racists are so irate. They're so angry. Oh, this is a racist alliance. I'm like, it's not a racist alliance. It's the fact that they've never seen someone like them win before. So they're gonna do everything they can to make history. And if you're not in the alliance, you're voted out. So are they racist towards Asians? Are they racist towards, Hispanics because DX and Alyssa were voted out? It's just no, they had a mission and they wanted to be the first season to fulfill that mission. I don't think it's going to necessarily happen next season or the seasons follow because it happened.
I think we're going to get next season it's like a pendulum. So it's like a pendulum. Pendulum was going one way for 22 seasons. Mm-hmm. Now it's swung to the other side. And I think next season we're going to get a melting pot. We're going to get what we've always wanted.
Oh, I can't wait.
Like a final two or a final four of like all different cultures. Like,
can you imagine if it was Hannah, DX, Claire, and Tiffany in that final four? Oh my God.
Won. Oh. And that is what sucks about this. Is like Tiffany would have won this game if she played like that. But I understand there was the mission. But like she had to have known like the second it gets to like the six of them, she's done. Like what was she? Do you think she made the right decision? I don't.
I think she made the right decision for people like
in the bigger picture.
For the bigger picture, that I'm happy. Yeah. But overall, hell no, she didn't make the right decision. Are you kidding me? Like, no. But I get it. And it sucks because it's like all the racists and bigots, they complain, and it's just like, well, if I hate to say this, but if your people didn't do that in previous seasons to my people, there wouldn't need to be a cookout.
And there's so many people in Big Brother past that deserve to be called out for the way they acted towards people of color. Let us begin. Memphis, Christmas, Nicole Franzel, we got Paul, basically the whole cast of Big Brother 19. Like all of Big Brother 21, like it's their fault. Screw them.
It is. I'm like, you guys don't blame the cookout or black people. You need to blame your people's antics.
Erin Grease, she deserves to be called out for her blatant racism. Gina Marie.
It's like if they gave us a chance in previous seasons, they would see that a lot of other people could be a Tiffany, could be a Hannah. But they just weren't or an Xavier, because he is playing a great game, and we can't take that away from him. But if we were given that chance, then things would have been different, and it wouldn't have been like this. We would have had a Tiffany, Hannah, Claire, DX Final Four. But it sucks because it was like that could have happened. Like
it all would have taken Tiffany to the end. Tiffany would have won that game. Tiffany would have won. Like Tiffany, like at jury, Tiffany was set.
Yeah.
At Final 11, Tiffany was all set to win this game. Like before she came out with those chess pieces, and she was like, "Here's the plan." Before she did that, I was like, "Girl, what are you doing? Like you have like 5 people that like are like." Your cult members that want you to win this game.
Right. Yeah. I hope for next season there's like if there's a DF like or somebody I don't like or a Kylan, I'll say Kylan. Like I want to be able to be like, oh, I hope he's voted off. You know what I'm saying? Versus I hope he makes it to top 6 because of a mission. I wanna watch Big Brother next season without having to have that in my mind, because I think it will be a lot more enjoyable. But they had to do what they had to do. So
I think this is what we all want next season. Yes. Next season, we want all the women to slay.
Yes, I want a woman to win. Okay.
We want a color to win. Okay. Yes. What should have happened this season?
Exactly. And this sucks because women are so shitted on in this game. Like,
yeah.
And it's like a lot of the women are the strategic masterminds. And it's like, yeah, the men have the brawn, but it's like the women, they really know how to work the relationships and the strategy. And it just sucks because every season they get shitted on and they're voted out.
I know.
It sucks.
We had some strong women this season too, like
Yes.
Anthony, Claire, even Hannah, even Alyssa to an extent was a strong woman. Like basically everybody but Sarah Beth. But
I think she got caught up. I think I feel like Sarah Beth could have had potential to be a great player, but it's just she just got caught up. It just didn't work out for her, and yeah, she kind of sucked.
Frank, please tell me you saw the meme or the gif of Tiffany being like, "Fuck Sarah Beth."
Yes, of course, yes, and I said that shit. Fuck Sarah Beth, and I said that shit. Yes, no, I definitely will remember that forever because that was iconic. But yeah, and it sucks because they said the producer said like there's no returning players like within the next like 4 seasons because I really want to see Tiffany play again, but they say that.
I don't see it. They're just saying that now. They'll change it up by next year. Next year,
Right.
I think we're gonna get next year like they're gonna bring back like Tiffany and Derek X. I think it's gonna happen.
That would be great.
I think so. I don't see them not bringing Tiffany back again.
She has to come back. She has to have another chance. Like,
okay, here's the question, everybody, and please comment if you're watching this. Who do we think is gonna win America's favorite player? I mean, I only think there's one answer. It's only Tiffany is the only person I can think to.
But I am scared that Derek X is gonna win.
No, don't vote for Derek X.
I don't want people. I like him, but just
everybody
deserves it.
Everybody out there, you better be putting your votes in for Tiffany. Okay, there is no other decision here. Yes, we got Tiffany. More Tiffany. Put your votes in for Tiffany, people.
Yes, please, please.
Give her that 50K.
And they raised the prize. Like, come on, y'all. We gotta vote for her.
Give her some money. Okay, so she can at least get the original runner-up amount.
And I want to see Derek F's face when she wins. Like, I know he's gonna be so salty. You remember, like when he had to give her the key, and he's like, "Congratulations, Tiffany, you are our winner." He was so mad, and I was just like, "Oh, I can't stand this man." I was like, "Please let her win, so he can feel so salty." I don't know why. I just don't like Derek F. He's so delusional, and it's driving me crazy.
I very much dislike Derek F.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I feel like he'd be fun as a person, like outside the game. I'd want to go out, hit the town with him one night. He sounds like he'd be so much fun as a person. As a game perspective and as like respecting a strategist, no, I think he's one of my least favorite players in the history of Big Brother.
I agree. I think he is one of the worst players to ever play. Ever. And people are gonna say, "Well, he made it to top 3." And I was like, "Well, that's why." Like, if he wasn't delusional, we can give him like, "You did what you had to do." But it's the delusion that's making it seem like I just can't root for him. Like, I'm sorry. We can go to the bars. You can go to the clubs. Like, we can have fun.
Hit up the town with him. He'd be fun. He'd be a fun friend to have. But he is not someone that I would ever respect as a game player in this game. And if I ever got the chance to interview him, I would tell him that to his face.
Facts. And the way he just kind of shitted on the women and disrespected them.
Disrespectful.
It's just I can't. I can't.
He was misogynistic. It was him and Kylan. They were both misogynists, and I was not here for it.
Right. And then it's like, we're gay, but I mean, we'll say like, "Hey, bitch," or like, I personally kind of don't, but it's like,
it's a gay slang. Say, "Hey, bitch," "Listen, bitch," whatever. Yeah, but like the way he said it was not how we say it.
Not at all. He was like, "Them bitches," or "I can't stand that bitch." That's when it's like, nah, bro.
No.
That gay card, you can't even use that for that. Sorry.
No, you cannot. Like, I was like, I had like the side eye emoji. I was like, really?
Right.
You really just do that? Like,
no, yeah, I totally agree with that.
No,
but I do want Xavier to win. I tweeted like the first week or second week, and I was like, this man's gonna win. I just knew it. Was I rooting for him? No, but I knew he was going to win.
Okay, yeah, but like he said, Ozzy slept her way to the final 3. What does he think he did? No, not slept as in was a hoe or anything.
Oh, okay. I thought they meant like because she was like flirting with Xavier, but okay, yeah. I got it. Yeah.
I don't respect the things he said. And here's the thing: I'll announce this one, Marky Fry. But I will say this: I feel like as a person outside the game, I don't think he's a bad person, and I think he'd be fun to hang out with. In the game, he made a lot of mistakes, the way he talked about people and what he did, and he definitely needs a come to Jesus moment.
Right.
And if I ever get that opportunity, I will give it to him, but I don't know if that will happen.
Right.
But if it does, I'll give it to him.
Right. And it's like, okay, yeah, like misogynists make fun friends though. It's kind of like you have to also understand that they're human, and this is no excuse for him. They're human, and we're watching them 24/7. I'm sure if people watch us 24/7, there will be some things that we say or do that is inappropriate.
Yes.
We're human, so I get that. But in the game standpoint, the misogynistic like approach, I don't agree with. I don't rock with. But that doesn't mean that he's not a fun person outside of that game. You know, psychologically, they're in there. Who knows what they're going through in their heads? Because we're not in there, you know. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like right now it was the fun part for me. Well, Kylan leaving, but we were talking about jury. I think this jury, I love them. I feel like I'd have so much. They seem like a fun bunch.
Yeah.
With the 7 of them. So.
And they're understanding, which is good. You could tell they all know the game, and they're not salty. You know, Sarah Beth might, but you could tell they're not like bitter. You know, they're gonna vote for who played the best game on their season, and I like that. You know, I just wish it was Tiffany and Hannah. But
I think we all do. We all do. We all wish it was Tiffany and Hannah. If only. Can we just imagine like what it would have been if like Hannah even won that veto last week, and then it would have like probably would have sent home Ozzy though.
But that would have been fine because Hannah would have killed this previous veto competition was made for Hannah.
Yeah.
It was like days in the house. And I'm like, of course she's not here. The one veto we knew Hannah would probably kill the competition on.
Yeah, I feel like Hannah could have won this game. I really feel like Hannah had a chance. If he was like, if she would have won that veto, I think she could have had a chance to win the entire game. I think if Hannah would have made it to the end against any of those guys or Ozzy, Hannah would have won the game.
Definitely. That whole jury would have been like Team Hannah because Alyssa was Team Hannah, DX, Tiffany. Like Hannah would have won. Alyssa, like all of them, like they wanted Hannah to win. And then you hear DF and like them make fun of her, like she didn't do anything. And it's just like, I can't wait for them to watch this show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Surprise, like I cannot wait.
I feel like she had so much potential to like she's someone that I would like to have back in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's someone that I would like to see have another chance at it, potentially in the future. So.
Yeah. And we got to see a little bit of her savage side that she said in the first episode, how she wants to be like a savage and, how she wants to play the game as ruthless. And we kind of saw that, that was coming out. But unfortunately, with the way this season was set up, we couldn't see that. But that's why I agree. Like, it would be nice to see her play again, to see her really, really play.
Absolutely.
So,
okay, Sophie, Ozzy has a chance to win this season. I actually agree with this right now. I think Ozzy, and I think we were saying this earlier, I think if Ozzy takes Big D to the end, Ozzy will win. I think Ozzy against Xavier potentially could win this game. I could see the girls voting for Ozzy.
Really?
I could see Tiffany wanting Ozzy to win the game. I could see it. Now I can't guarantee that would happen, but
I don't see that one.
What do you think?
I think Tiffany will vote for Xavier for sure because Tiffany is such a gamer that she respects the game more. Yeah. She already showed her morals by keeping the cookout. you know. So I don't think she's going to be like, oh, it's a girl, I need to vote for a woman. Sorry for saying girls, I don't want to offend anybody, so woman. I don't think that Tiffany is going to vote for Ozzy at all, because Tiffany knows how hard she played the game.
Yeah.
And I don't think Tiffany's going to respect the way that Ozzy kind of coasted to this part of the game. So I do think Tiffany is a shoo-in for Xavier, 100%.
I think so too. Yeah, I agree with that. If you play the best game, she's gonna vote for play the best, which means that Claire will vote how she does, which means that Hannah will vote how she does, which like Tiffany will be able to gear the jury on who wins.
For sure.
So,
I can't wait to see their face when Kylan walks in. Like,
that's gonna be great.
I know, like I told you, I just can't wait. Oh my God.
Question, will Kylan get a hug from SB when he joins the jury? I don't know if he will. I think SB is bitter.
Yeah. I think she's really offended. And you know, honestly, I don't blame her.
It's affected her outside the house too with her girlfriend, Shelly. Okay.
And it's like, okay, Sarah Beth had it the worst in terms of like being led on. Because I remember her last night. I was watching the feeds. I was high as a kite, and I was just like, okay, this is so fascinating that this woman is, and not in a good way, but this woman is crying, and he's telling her she's going to be okay, and no, she's not. Like, it's like, stop leading her on. So I get why she's offended. I would be so offended. The others, they just handled it so much better. Like, Tiffany told Claire to fight. Tiffany never said, Claire, I think you're going to stay. You can stay. She said, Claire, fight. And that's it. And she was honest about why she did what she did.
Oh, such a hard move when she had to do that.
Oh, God.
It was so controversial, I feel like. It's like you took out your best ally to then get blindsided like the next round.
It was horrible. I honestly, I couldn't even watch the feeds that once. Okay, I caught the feeds when she told Claire.
Yeah.
But up until then, I could not watch feeds. It was
hard to watch. It was hard to watch. But like the thing that sucks though is apparently, depending on who would have won that next HOH or that first double where Alyssa went, Tiffany was the target that round.
No matter what.
They were planning on taking out Tiffany at 7.
Yeah. And then they try to say, no, we were gonna stick with Cookout. No, you guys entertained taking her out.
Very much entertained. That was like the plan.
Right, exactly.
Like I think if Xavier or Alyssa won, Tiffany was going home.
Yeah. And I don't think Kylan and Sarah Beth's friendship is going to blossom after this. Like, I mean, yeah, she'll probably hug him, but I don't think she's gonna be friends with him after this, because he went too far.
Frank, have you seen Kylan's ex-girlfriend?
I did.
Just like Sarah Beth.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, that was such an interesting relationship, because it was like Kylan, do you have a crush on her? Like what is your motive? Like, what's going on in your head? Like, what are you doing?
Right.
You know?
Someone on Twitter said they're gonna follow Kylan now in case he makes his page private because of the hate.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
That's the thing that sucks though, is some people on social media are so awful. It's more on the Facebook. Honestly, Facebook's worse. Facebook has all the Karens. All the Karens are on Facebook. Twitter actually has like less of the, well, they have the Twitter trolls too, but like people, I feel like people are more like throwing out the ridiculous stuff on Facebook. Would you agree with that?
It's like they have a whole alliance on Facebook of all the bigots and racists.
Yeah, all the Karens.
Yeah, all the Karens
against.
I did one Facebook post on the Big Brother app, or the link, or the group page, and I was like, "We did it! Cookout did it! We made history!" And boy, I tell you, they
followed up by the Karens.
But I was fighting back. I was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna stick to Twitter." Y'all crazy on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook is all the boomers that are Karens. Now, I'm not saying all boomers are Karens. I love a lot of boomers. There's a lot of really freaking cool boomers out there. So if you're a boomer watching this video, I love you because I know you're a cool boomer. Because
we're talking about the bigoted boomers.
Yeah, the bigoted boomers. Okay, the fun boomers are in this chat living it up, and I love you. But the bigoted boomers are on Facebook, reading the cookout for bad when they shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like the same rhetoric too. It's like, oh, great, a racist alliance, I'm like, do y'all know what happened the previous 22 seasons? Like,
right? Okay.
No, it don't. No.
Where the last time a woman of color got to Final Four was Jamaica.
Wow, and that was 8. Wow.
That's the last time a woman of color made it to Final Four.
And did
the
you see
last
that?
time a woman of color made it to Final 3 was Danielle Reyes.
Danielle Reyes. Wow. And did you see that list of how many Black people made it to top 6 in the past? Like, I think it was like 10 years, and it was only one.
What?
It was Kalia.
Kalia's the only one in 10 years
that made top 6. Yeah.
Well, now, thank God we have 6 more to add to that.
Exactly. Definitely. But I do want to say, like, with Tiffany, like, I want to go back to Tiffany because I'm just obsessed with her. But I think Tiffany's major where she messed up is the way she knew she was in control of the game, and she kind of ostracized, in my opinion, Azza, to where I was just like, I was watching and I was like, Tiffany, just suck up that pride and just bring Azza in before it's too late. And then, as you see, it was too late. Xavier got to Azza first. Kylan got to Azza first, kind of.
Weren't Tiffany and Azza really close the first couple of days though? I remember, like, immediately Tiffany and Azza were like super close, and then they started having this 4-year-old drama for like no reason.
I think Tiffany got annoyed because Azza just wasn't the gamer that Tiffany is.
Yeah.
And so she was just like, I can't, we can be cool, we can be sisters, but I can't rock with you in this game. And I think that's what that was her downfall, unfortunately.
That surprised me about Azza though, because pre-game, she was this big brother fan. Her favorite duo was Allison and June. Like, she was like, I was like, yes, work, mama. You're going to be great. Like, here for it. And then, like, she gets there and she is, like, sitting and whining and not playing the game the whole season. Like, I'm like, this is a recruit. This isn't a fan of the game. Like,
and that's why I feel like Tiffany was just like, nope, I can't mess with you. And you don't know how to lie? No. Because there were times Azza would ask Tiffany, like, who said this or what happened? Tiffany was like, I'm just not going to tell you. And I was just like, oh, God, she's going to regret this. And look what happened. So it sucks. It really sucks. If Tiffany, Hannah, Big D, and Azza, if they formed an alliance within the cookout, that wouldn't have been able to happen, but that would have been so much more satisfying than these men just controlling.
I know. It's so boring. Men going to the cookout is boring. I don't think it was boring, though. I thought it was a great season.
Yeah.
It's personally one of my favorite seasons in a long time. Yeah. Honestly, I really like Vanessa's season. I did. I really like Vanessa's season's, like, really good, but this is, like, the best since that, I'd say.
I agree. But it's mainly good because it was like, yes, the cookout, but it's like Tiffany was such a fascinating player. Like, I'm obsessed with the woman. Like, she was so good.
Yeah, and I think this is true. Words and actions are two different things. Azza just doesn't have the stomach for this game. I agree. Azza should do the circle. That's what Azza should have been.
Oh, that would be good.
Azza should have been on the circle. She would have been perfect for the circle. Like, there we go.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. But Big Brother, not so much.
And it's such a mind fuck, that game, too. Big Brother is such a mind fuck. It is. You were in that house for 3 months.
Right. With the same people and the same oxygen. It's just like, oh, my God.
It's a lot, but I still want to do it.
I know, right? Right.
It's going to happen.
Right. I think I'm going to apply for the first time. You know, you might see me. I might see you. You never know. You never know.
Okay, Frank, who is your Big Brother crush? Are we talking all time? Or are we talking this season? You can how about answer both? Who is your Big Brother crush all time, and who is, like, this season? Who is, like, your hottie?
If I had a Big Brother crush this season, it would probably be Xavier. Just because of, like, the aesthetic.
Yeah, he's a beautiful man.
He's very good and nice to look at.
He's beautiful. No.
That's it. All time, I would have to get back to y'all on that one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would have to get back to y'all. That's a good question. Like, I don't know.
I don't know who I'd say of all time, but yeah, this season there was a few. Kylan, if he didn't open his mouth, I thought he was a hottie.
Kylan was definitely cute at first.
Derek X was the trade of the season. We've been saying for the first half of the season, we're like, Derek X is the trade of the season. And yeah, of course, Xavier. I saw his picture. I'm like, who is that beautiful man?
Right.
He's
and y'all actually, you guys are gonna probably like scold me and probably be like, oh my God, like go away. But I have to say that I know the answer. My biggest crush is probably David.
David? Ew! He's awful.
But he's so cute. Oh my God, he's so cute.
Like he's a cute guy physically, but he's awful and he ruined the game.
I'll be like, yeah, just don't talk.
Perfect.
Just don't talk.
Sew the lips shut and we'll be good. All right, there we go.
Right.
I would say Kevin. No, that's a total joke. I'm full of shit.
Oh God, no.
He ruined last season. Kevin ruined last season. I don't even know who my like Big Brother hottie of all time would be. I
did have a crush on Drew from season 4.
5?
5, yeah. Yeah.
Drew was a hottie. Was a hottie. I can't decide. There's so many men at Big Brother past.
I know. I want to get online right now and just look at all the contestants.
I'm just trying. I don't know. I have to look at it. I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. There's many. I mean, this season I'll go with Mouth Shut Kylan. I thought Kylan was very, very so. And yes, I agree that Michael Yerger of Survivor is the hottest Survivor of all time. Okay, I'll see.
Michael Yerger, let me see.
You probably don't remember him. He was on Ghost Eye. Oh, Frank, where'd you go? He left. Okay. Waiting for Frank to come back, but I will say Michael Yerger is the hottie. There he is.
My bad.
Sorry. Welcome back. It's okay.
I was trying to look and see who Michael Yerger is, but he's a good. What season was he on?
Island. He's a hottie, so okay. But with that said, today, Frank, I think that ends our show today. Is there anything that we're missing about tonight's episode, or anything, Big Brother, that you want to mention that we haven't talked about yet?
No, this is fun.
Who's your winner pick?
Xavier.
I mean, is it even a question? Ooh, I wonder who's gonna win the show that we already basically know the winner.
Right. Xavier. Yeah.
There you go. But Frank, how about one more time? Let our audience today know where they can find you. Give them your shout out.
All right. You guys can find me on Instagram and Facebook at imfrankwilliams. On Twitter, I'm Frank W. And then on my YouTube, because I do vlogs and independent series. On YouTube, type in I'm Frank Williams as well. On YouTube. And it'll be great if you guys support me.
Yes, guys, and I will, after the show, post the link as well to Frank's YouTube. Please go and subscribe to Frank's page. We love to collaborate here on Couch Potato Queens, and we will definitely be collaborating again.
Yeah, and thanks for having me. This was so much fun. This was so much fun.
No question. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mendels8. That's not Mendels7 or 9. That's Mendels8, everybody. That's the best. All right, you can also follow our account, if you're not already subscribing, at Couch Potato Queens, right here on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter, Couch Potato QWNZ. Our Instagram, Couch Potato Queens, spelled out exactly as it needs to be. Again, subscribe to us. We have a lot planned, guys. We do Survivor right now on Wednesdays after the show as well. And we have more fun stuff planned as well for you this fall, which we're so excited for. For finale night, we will all be here on, I think, I'm pretty sure Wednesday's gonna, is it next week? Whenever it is.
I think it's I think Survivor comes on at 8, and then I think it's from 9 to 11.
Okay, so we will be doing Big Brother finale next week, guys, at 11, and then Survivor will probably do on Thursday next week. So
vote for Tiffany for America's Favorite Player.
And vote for Tiffany. All right, guys, we love you. Don't let anyone shoot your sparkle or whatever that comment is. We love ya. Big Brother it up. Take care, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.